Some of the most independent adults were never taught independence in a healthy way. They learned it in loneliness. They learned it in silence. They learned it in the painful space where their feelings were too often missed, minimized, or ignored. So, if someone seems like they never need anyone, that does not always mean they are strong in the way people assume. Sometimes it means they learned, very early, that needing people felt unsafe. 1. What it means to be emotionally unseen. Being emotionally unseen does not always mean a person grew up in obvious chaos or cruelty. Sometimes on the outside, everything looked fine. There was food, school, routines, maybe even praise. But emotionally, the child felt alone. Their sadness was brushed off. Their fear was called dramatic. Yes, their needs were treated like a problem instead of something deserving care. And over time, that child begins to absorb a quiet but powerful message. My feelings do not matter much here. 2. The survival adaptation children are incredibly adaptive. They do not usually think, the adults around me are emotionally unavailable. Instead, they think, I should ask for less. I should need less. I should handle it on my own. That is where hyper-independence often begins. Not as confidence, not as empowerment, but as protection. If reaching out leads to disappointment, the child learns to stop reaching. If vulnerability leads to shame, they learn to hide it. If comfort never comes, they learn to become their own emergency contact. 3. Why it looks like strength in adulthood. As adults, these people often look extremely capable. They are responsible, productive, dependable, and calm under pressure. They solve problems alone. They rarely ask for help. They may even become the one everyone else leans on. And because the world often rewards self-sufficiency, this pattern gets mistaken for strength. But many hyper-independent adults are not avoiding help because they do not need support. They are avoiding help because relying on others still feels emotionally dangerous. 4. The hidden cost. The cost is that relationships can start to feel one-sided. They may give care easily but struggle to receive it. They may seem composed while privately feeling exhausted, disconnected, or deeply lonely. Even love can feel uncomfortable when you're not used to being emotionally held, because part of healing is realizing this. You were never too much. You were simply not met in the way you needed. 5. Healing the pattern. Healing does not mean losing your independence. It means no longer needing emotional isolation to feel safe. It means learning that asking for support is not weakness, that having needs does not make you a burden. That safe connection can exist. For many people, the real work is not learning how to be strong. It is learning how to be seen. So, when emotionally unseen children become hyper-independent adults, their independence is often more than a trait. It is a story, a survival story. And healing begins when they gently ask, did I become this self-reliant because it reflects who I am? Or because once upon a time, I believed I had no other choice? Because true strength is not just surviving alone. Sometimes true strength is letting yourself be supported at last.